Hello everyone, my name is Kim Nolasco. And have you ever gave a second thought to where the milk in your cereal comes from? What about the burger that you get from McDonald's every week? Well, the sad truth about all these products that we buy every day is that the animal was factory farmed. Meat and dairy industries are disgusting and sad. Have you considered a plant-based diet? Did you know that factory farmed animals live in horrendous living houses and slaughtered usually in an inhumane way? The animal food industries mass produce meats and dairy products, which produce an enormous amount of greenhouse gases. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let me just list off a few reasons why so many people have switched to a full plant-based lifestyle. It's the best way to help animals. We are preventing the exploitation and slaughter of many animals. And if you're not doing it for the animals, meat is just simply gross. Animal flesh is often contaminated with feces, blood, and bodily fluids such as pus. I mean, that's just right there enough to not make me want to ever eat meat. Scientists at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health tested supermarket chickens and found that 96% of Tyson chickens were contaminated with Campylobacter, a dangerous bacterium that causes 2.4 million cases of food poisoning each year, resulting in diarrhea, cramping, abdominal pain, and fever. We're getting sick by eating meat, basically. Adopting a plant-based lifestyle is healthier. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, vegans are less likely to develop heart disease, certain cancers, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Something that the United States is top the charts in that. Vegans get all the necessary nutrients they need to be healthy from plant protein, fiber, and minerals without the cholesterol and saturated animal fat. A plant-based lifestyle is also suitable for every age and every stage of life. So someone in infancy all the way up to the elderly ages, anyone can have a plant-based lifestyle. By going plant-based, we're saving the planet and helping feed the world. We are fighting a world on hunger, actually. Meat is not environmentally or people friendly. We are not supposed to be consuming meat. Consuming it is one of the worst things you could possibly do to the planet. Meat production is wasteful and produces an enormous amount of pollution. The industry is also one of the biggest causes of climate change. Actually, going vegan is more effective than buying a green car. It takes literal tons of crops and water to raise farmed animals. It takes up to 13 pounds of grain just to produce 1 pound of meat. Just 1 pound. This plant food that we're feeding all of these animals could be used more efficiently, such as feeding the hungry. So many people are going hungry now in the world, around the world, in the United States. And that could all easily be fixed if we all chose vegan and stopped feeding these grains to these animals. Animals actually have feelings. Whoa. And they are actually quite intelligent. Most people are less familiar with cows, pigs, chickens, and fish than they are with dogs and cats. But animals that are used for food are every bit as intelligent and able to suffer as the animals that we share our homes with. So just imagine cats and dogs being factory farmed. Those are just a few reasons why choosing a vegan lifestyle benefits the whole. I'll tell you why I chose to live a plant-based lifestyle, and everything from the food that I buy to the cosmetics that I use to the hair products that I use and the clothes that I buy. None of it comes from animal products at all, or tested on animals either. I mainly do it for the animals, I'll be honest. How can I stand up here and call myself an animal lover, someone who has a dog and 2 cats, while eating one? It doesn't make any sense. The two do not go together. The way we reproduce, house, and feed animals has changed drastically over the centuries. Basically, we have just lost respect and morals for the animals that we eat. Billions of animals have had to endure a life that is cruel and barbaric. Imagine living a life without feeling the sun on your back or fresh air in your lungs, and without the freedom to fully extend your limbs or exhibit just natural behaviors. Well, this is the life for a factory farmed animal. This is their reality. We have created a mass prison for food animals where they are no longer considered sentient beings and capable of feeling thoughts or pain. Instead, they are products on an assembly line from the moment they are born to the moment that they die. Let's go into a little more detail. More than 80% of pigs have pneumonia upon slaughter. This is due to the cramped living spaces that they experience. In these cramped living spaces, serious health problems occur and they are never treated by a vet. A chicken lives on a space smaller than your iPad, actually smaller than this pad of paper. No room to turn around, no room to flap their wings. They also spend their entire life standing on a metal mesh floor. Imagine spending the rest of your life just standing, waiting for the slaughter. Animals are forced to grow up 3 times faster than nature had intended, and this is just simply because people want to eat meat. Dairy cows are killed just after 3 lactation cycles. They are aggressively drugged, fed, and bred to produce as much milk as they possibly can in a short amount of time. Just a fact, a natural cow's lifespan is 20 to 25 years, and they only experience 3 lactation cycles. Forced molting is used to trick hens into higher levels of egg production. When their natural laying cycle ends, which it does, they are placed in darkness for up to 8 days and denied food and water. Many hens actually die during this process. Actually, 5 to 10% of all hens die during this molting process, this forced molting process. Newborn animals are mutilated. Pigs have their teeth and tails clipped and testicles removed, all done without anesthesia. This is done to prevent them from hurting themselves and others while they are in captivity. They get aggressive and stressed out when they're so close together that they kind of lose it, and they start attacking themselves and others. Chickens have their beaks clipped for the same exact reason. 99% of all factory farmed U.S. animals will never get to experience natural behaviors. Did you know that pigs love to sunbathe? Did you know they love to roll around in mud and create social, complex relationships with the other pigs around them? Chickens actually love to flap their wings, and they clean themselves in dust baths. Did you know that cows are very maternal animals? They're just creatures who love to graze. And all of these animals will never do so. They are all factory farmed for one reason. They have one purpose, and that's to be eaten. Animals were not put on the planet for us. They were not put on the planet to be abused and beaten and burned and drugged. They are capable of feeling fear when faced with death, just like you and I. So, these are just a couple reasons why choosing a plant-based lifestyle is best. Whatever the reason may be, environment, animal life, health for humankind, live a plant-based lifestyle. You'll feel much better. Thank you. That was my speech.